If you train consistently, you'll spend hundreds of hours in the gym every year. But most people waste a huge amount of time on things that barely affect their results. In this video, I'm going to show you the 4 training hacks that dramatically speed up your workouts, including a trick that lets you skip entire warm-up sets. And if your goal is to get the most out of your workouts without spending your whole life in the gym, that's actually the exact idea I built my 45-minute list system around, which is to use your first compound exercise as a warm-up for the entire session. Let me explain. If you were to start your leg day with hack squats for 3 to 4 sets, then do high rep leg extensions right afterwards, do you think you need to do a warm-up set? Most likely not, especially if you're an intermediate to advanced lifter, since your quads are already warmed up from the hack squats. This works well even if you're doing a push or pull day. If your first exercise for a pull day is pull-ups, and the next exercise on the list is incline dumbbell rows for higher reps, you probably won't need a warm-up set, or at the very least just one, and if your third exercise is reverse flies on the pec deck for higher reps, you shouldn't need a warm-up set. I'd exercise a little bit of caution going from bench presses to dumbbell pec flies, as the likelihood of injury is higher with these than most pulling exercises, but find what works best for you. Speaking of warm-ups, you really don't need that much time, 3 to 5 minutes tops. Start with 50% of your working weight for 10 reps, then 75% of your working weight for 5 reps, and start your first working set. If you're doing a heavy compound exercise for 4 to 6 reps, you could do a third warm-up set at 85 to 90% of your working weight for 2 to 3 reps, but oftentimes I've found doing 2 warm-up sets is plenty, especially for pulling exercises. I go over this in more detail in my warm-up video that I'll do next week. I don't think I've seen anyone use this next tip, which is to use last set finishers. You can easily squeeze in volume by doing something right after your last sets. This could include deficit push-ups after bench presses, split squats right after Bulgarian split squats, the list goes on. The trick is to do an exercise that's easier than the one you just did and that uses similar muscles on your last set. I've used these combos as well as pairing overhead tricep extensions with pushdowns. These have worked wonders and add one more set to your volume, especially great for your chest if you can knock out 40 plus push-ups in a row on their own. Now, the piece of equipment that takes most time in the gym may surprise you, and I'll bet you use it at least once or twice throughout the week: the barbell. Now, don't get me wrong, I use barbells all the time and they definitely have their benefits. You can't max out the barbell like you could with leg extensions, so progression is unlimited, and with that in mind, they do take the longest for warm-ups and resting between sets. If you want your workouts to go faster, bodyweight exercises get you in and out of the gym the soonest, followed by cables and dumbbells, then machines and barbells coming to a screeching halt. Again, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do away with barbells. I use them every week. And if you're trying to get in and out of the gym, allocate more sets for machines, cables, dumbbells, and bodyweight exercises. Let's say you're doing a push day. Instead of doing 3 to 4 sets in the barbell bench press, you might only do 1 or 2 sets, then transition to dumbbell bench presses, and you may not even need to warm up depending on if you're doing higher reps like 12 to 15. Then finish off with cable chest flies or push-ups. This could easily shave 5 or more minutes off of each of your workouts while you still progress in those lifts. More examples like this will look like pull-ups or inverted rows, transition to single arm lat pull-downs, and then double arm lat pull-downs. Pull-ups or inverted rows being the fastest, single arm lat pull-downs being the next, and then double arm lat pull-downs being the slowest. For the chest, that looks like push-ups being the fastest, followed by the cable chest flies, dumbbell bench press, and then barbell bench press is taking the longest. An example for squats will look like pistol squats being the fastest, then split squats being the second, followed by pendulum squats, then barbell squats taking the most time. For glutes and hamstrings, back extensions are the quickest, followed by dumbbell RDLs, and then barbell RDLs or deadlifts. If you want this fully structured for you, exact workouts, progressions, everything, it's exactly what my 45-minute list system is designed to do. It's built so you can get in, get the work done, and get out, without wasting time or guessing what to do. I'll link it in the description below if you want to check it out. If you're trying to make your fitness goals fit into your busy life and dial in your nutrition without overcomplicating it, make sure you're subscribed, because that's exactly what this channel is about. And I'll see you in the next one.